Yeah. on Twitch. I don't see it live right now.
And here we are.
There it is.
Here. Ta-da!
Ba-ba-ba.
So we are back. So barring illness and fighting through all the weirdness that has gone on last week and the weeks before, we are back we are now at episode 10. 10. 10 of the Changing Breeds. Yep. And as you can tell, we're slowly starting to move to green screens because Brittany's got herself a fuzzy kind of distant foresty background. So
That turned out nice.
yeah, looks kind of nice.
I have to do that. I mean, I thought my red screen would be all right, but I guess not.
I just thought, I love my Sophie background, but it just doesn't really apply to all the other games, so.
Makes sense. So with that, Todd, why don't you go ahead and just take us away?
All right. So when we last left off, we had just finished our moot, and our invited guests, the Fae, were there, and they were saying that they wanted to take our adventurers on a journey tomorrow morning to the next step, according to their Fae scroll. Before they left, they said that this is they're doing this for them because this is what's supposed to be done, but they need to exchange favors to make this equal. So the group was supposed to ask for something that they need from them, and they were also supposed to think that they can give them as well. We're kind of wrapping it up. Some ideas were some folks are talking about maybe Konami could draw something for them. And they were trying to decide, should we owe them a favor, but probably don't want to owe Faye a favor. So there really wasn't any decision on what should happen. So the Galliard had said the moot was over, so they were going to go into party mode at this point. So right now we have a few hours. It's about 8 o'clock right now. So we have a few hours before you guys have to go to bed. Unless you're going to stay up all night, you're supposed to meet them at dawn the next morning at their little motley tomorrow morning.
By the way, where are we sleeping? This is still the first day that we're here, right?
Just got here, yes.
It's been a long day. I'm fine roughing it in the forest, but is that what the plan was?
Nobody said anything.
William's still around, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna bring that up to him.
He's like, what do you need?
He's just wondering what the plan is for sleeping arrangements.
Well, most will just probably sleep on the ground. Most of these Koraks here will probably drink until they pass out. They may have bedrolls if that's something that you want. I don't have anything.
Okay, so we're just staying here at the cairn.
Yes. Because tomorrow morning you're supposed to go on your next leg of your journey, which is you had said it wasn't that far that you went when you traveled to this wherever you met them. It wasn't that far away, so I wouldn't want to travel too far to. It was 2 or 3 days travel back to the house that Calamara.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering.
Okay. So, do you have any idea what you're going to ask for from them or give to them?
I have no idea. Was it supposed to be a collective thing or an individual thing?
If it comes from the group, I would think that it stands for the group. So it could be one item that stands for all of you, or each individual one of you could provide something. So as long as it represents your group and each person in the group, if it's a collective thing. If it's individual, it just each item that everybody presents has to stand for themselves.
So question then. Being that I've been around the Beast Court a while, I mean, obviously because of my family, sort of, or my being a Corax, would I know can I roll something like, I don't know, a occult or enigmas? Because I have a specialty in like shifter lore. Something that would help me kind of figure out what would be appropriate, since we're all kind of new to this, like as a tribute. Looking for any help.
I mean, go ahead and roll it. It's going to be difficulty 9 because this is nothing that you've dealt with before. This is
Yeah.
specifically, we're talking Fae versus Fera. So
Right. So what do I roll then for that? Intelligence and
yeah, intelligence in your occult, whatever the occult specialty is.
okay. 3, 1, 2. Difficulty 9.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 1.
You got what?
I did get 2 10s, so I'm gonna roll those. I got 1 9, but I also got a 1, so I canceled them out. So just 2.
2 successes. All right. You've heard a lot of rumors about the Fae. You know there's a ruling class for the Fae that they left a long time ago, and they kind of abandoned everyone, and everybody was like there to try to figure out what they were supposed to do, and then they came back, and when they came back, they try to seize orders saying they're in charge again. So like as if the kings and queens went to some safe place for 100 years or some odd, and then just come back and they're like, hey, we're the kings and queens still, and all the other people are like, F off, you've been gone.
You are.
We've been dealing without you. And so that's kind of all you really know about how the rift has happened inside their society. So like if you compare that to Guru and other changing breeds, it's kind of the same way that Guru say that they're in charge of everything, and so they've had, and the Guru never were the ruling class. They just said that they were in charge. Whereas there was a sect of the Fae that were the ruling class, and so when they left, there was a void that just the people had to fill in at that point. You would know that the people you dealt with were not ruling class. They were definitely commoners before they came here.
I think this would have been a lot easier if we had brought anything with us.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like,
okay. The we keep having the thing about people like the bathing in the water and whatnot, but I know they had to go through like a bunch of stuff to get the water to come there. So does the water have properties that could benefit the Fae, or is it just water now?
It has a magical essence to it.
So can we offer them some of the magical essenced water?
I mean, you would chat with William about that, because that's coming from the cairn.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually.
I'm assuming you guys have all kind of collectively chatting with each other, so like.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. The whole water source deal. Oh, that's a really good idea.
Me either. I was thinking about the art angle, and if I had thought maybe someone could make like a frame, and then we can put your piece in it, but what your piece is attached to the frame is I can make my web.
That's cool too.
Give them something weird.
From like Kigami or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Actually, it was funny. I was thinking that too. I'm like, I could probably paint a really cool picture that makes them look like pretty awesome.
So do you want to approach William about the water?
I think that's a good idea.
Yes.
Sure.
Katamars, to catch you up, they were trying to decide something that would represent everybody as a group. And then somebody came, I think it was Stacy, that came up with the idea that what about this water that's come back to the cairn? You cleared the cairn, you made the water come back, and there's definitely something magical about the water. So they're thinking, could that be a gift? So they're collectively thinking that, and they're going to go talk to William about it now. So you guys, do you approach them as a group?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, I
Koraks,
think so.
they are truly partying. Remember, they brought their own alcohol. They're like, "Come on, drink some." They're like, they want to get you.
I don't know them.
Yeah. So since I had asked about it, so I'm just going to ask him the same way that I asked. Say, hey, so we need to do this gift for the Fae thing. I know there was like stuff involved with like having water here. So this has like magical properties. Can it be removed from Cairn? Like, I mean, obviously not the whole thing, but can we give them like a bottle of that? Would that be something they would be interested in?
They would. Yes.
Would it be detrimental for us to offer that to them?
No, I
Would not be
if
offensive.
you did a small amount, like he points at, like the Koraks are drinking bottles, whatever. Remember, they're not all the bottles they're not labeled. He's like 1 or 2 bottles of that water. Just clean those bottles out, fill those up. Is there anything that you could do to make the bottles look special at all that makes them stand out?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure I can put a nice design on them. I mean, does anybody have any good like woodworking skills? Maybe they could design a box for it.
What if we used one of your, because I know you had talked about maybe doing pictures for it. What if you designed like the label, like design a label for it and wrap the bottle in it, and then we do something with that?
How much time do we have?
We got a
It's
few.
only about 8:30 right now. Maybe
I can take a couple bottles down to the river and wash them out.
Okay. And I'll work on I'll look through our supplies. I'm sure she's got something like cardstock or something that she can I don't know, figure out a way to, or actually, you know what? I'm going to look for a natural element. So I'm going to look for, I don't know, like I don't know. She's going to get crafty and look for like leaves and stuff that she can kind of like layer on each other, like this whole like label thing with leaves, to kind of mimic the outside, the nature.
How are we going to stick it on? I don't think anybody has glue.
Can
I don't know,
Montana's web
yeah,
work for that?
Francis walks up.
Just like a small amount?
Francis just looks at Montana and she's like, "So nobody bought any glue, huh?"
I might have bought some double-sided tape. You never know. So I could look through my stuff.
I mean, I'm always happy to do my part and shoot some string out of my butt. So
Does it really come out of your butt?
you want to see?
Yeah.
Francis is like, "Oh my." Oh man.
Well, your butt glue hold it forever. Like
I mean it's like a web, so I don't know how I can make it as strong as possible and wrap it around the top, but it's not exactly a glue per se. Especially if it's leaves.
Okay. I don't have any survival, but maybe someone with survival might know this. Is there anything in our natural environment, maybe something from the trees or something that would be a natural adhesive
Tree sap.
that we could
Sap.
use? Tree
Yeah,
sap.
please,
Well, tree sap is sticky
a
though,
sap,
but
yeah.
easily to. I don't know, I guess it could dry down, but that might take a while.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
could make
I mean,
some
if you
kind of
stuck
sign-
it on with the sap and then Montana put web around to like tie
Yeah,
it on.
you could layer it.
Hold it in place.
I'm sure you could figure something out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head over to the crows and just take a couple of discarded bottles.
Where are you going?
Do you want somebody to come with you to the river so we don't all split, so you're not going by yourself?
Sure,
Safety.
I'll take the company.
I'll go with you then.
Hector's all like, "Hey, where you going? We got more."
We'll be right back.
Okay.
We want to use this for something else.
All right. Sally stands up. She's like, "Is there a party going that way? Where you girls going?"
Just down to the river. You want to take a little swim?
Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna go. Boys, you stay here. I'm gonna go with some of the girls that way. We're taking a bath. Sounds like I'm out.
All right, so
Um,
we'll just head over there, I guess.
So here's okay, real quick. Jerome, help me out here. So one of the things about werewolf, it uses manipulation as a physical skill. So like, manipulation and well, like you're actually like physically told something. But that's manipulation is a social skill.
Right.
So what if I wanted to craft something, what would I be looking at then? Would I be looking at dexterity in crafting? Would that be a good way to go? Or
Yeah. If it's
All
just all like manual, yeah, that'd be a good way to go.
right. Because it's not really wits or intelligence or anything. It's just going to be just dexterity working with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing if you were painting, maybe wits and crafts, but if you're crafting, then probably dex and crafts.
And I guess it depends on the person. So like if we're looking at Kagami, if it's something that she does all the time, it'd definitely be if her wits are higher than her dex, we would be rolling for wits. But if it's something that's brand new to everybody, we'd be rolling for just sheer dexterity. Can you
Sure.
do it?
That's
So-
fine.
All right. So let's do that. So you guys get down to the river. The boys are drinking. You guys get down there. You're easily able to wash those bottles out. I mean, it's like a normal forest now. I mean, there's nothing odd about it. You're able to get the bottles washed out and everything. You bring them back. Kagami has spent some time getting nice looking leaves, getting something like maybe some kind of foliage that looks nice to go around it. Montana, would you just kind of seclude yourself off and, or would you how would you do your thing? Would you like give me the bottle, put it on the bottles, or are you gonna do it in a bowl and bring the bowl out? What are you gonna be doing here?
Yeah, I would seclude myself because I mean I was just playing with Yeva earlier. It's not something she's very discreet.
Right.
So she'll take the bottles and as they are after the leaves are applied, and she'll.
You're not gonna let me watch?
I mean, you can come with me if you want.
All right. So let's go for a cumulative number of successes here, where you're looking for dexterity and whatever crafting you have that would be applicable for here. Whoever's involved in it, go ahead and give me a roll on that. Difficulty is 8.
For the bottle, like the whole collective.
Yeah, the whole collective. So that's you're gonna
Okay.
combine your rolls together on this because you're all working
Okay.
together.
Wait, is that
So
us also? I'm not really doing anything.
Well, you're gonna
she's just
you're gonna
washing and
assist an
gathering.
idea.
Everything helps.
Okay.
It's a group art project, okay?
Wait, so did you say manipulation or dex or crafts or which?
If you need me to smash it, I've totally got that.
Okay, so
You
what are
wanna
we
use
rolling? So dex and what?
Dex and whatever crafting skill that you would have that's applicable. So whether like some kind of skill that works with this.
I have crafts too, so okay.
Survival it is.
There you go.
I don't
I don't have any
I was
survival.
gonna say, I'm like,
Difficulty 8?
Dex, and I don't even know. I'm determined. Does that count? Stamina
Man.
to do what I want? I don't know.
I just got 2.
We got 2.
Difficulty 6.
No, 8.
Oh, 8.
8.
Okay,
I got 2 8.
I have 1.
Okay, it's 2, 3, 4. What do you got, Stacy?
I was trying to figure out what to. I have no craft or anything like that. Wits, you said could work.
Well, you can't use 2 attributes. It would be, I mean, you wouldn't use like
I'm like-
dex and wits.
Okay. I have etiquette. Know what would be proper?
Sure. You're working with your etiquette in your
Okay.
background, so something nice to
I
put
mean,
on here.
it was your idea.
Yeah.
She's making it sanitary.
That's true. Difficulty, what was it again?
8.
8.
I have a single 10, so 1.
So okay, so you have 10. So we have that's 4, that's 5 altogether. So that's with 5 successes. We need 10 successes altogether. So everybody roll again.
Okay.
So it's cumulative. You're working together. Oh, you know what? I need to get Francis in here because Francis is gonna whittle some stuff on there as well. He likes to whittle for a hobby. He likes taking a knife, shaving things basically.
Oh wait, that's a 10. Okay, so 2.
All right.
I got 3.
You got 3?
I
Yes.
have 1.
Stacey got 1. Francis got 2. That's 3, 4, 5, and a 0. Look at nobody botched though. All right, so we got it with Francis got 2. So that's a total between the last roll and this roll that gives us 10 successes altogether. It takes a few hours to do it. I mean, you're between you guys, everything that you're working on with this to make it look nice. Katamars, what are you going to be doing during all this? Because you're going to be coming over. This is a gift that's supposed to be coming from the group. So, like, what will you be doing while they're making these bottles of
We
water?
watch.
This is not.
He can ask the water to get in the bottle.
It is absolutely not my forte. I do not create at this
The
point.
water likes him.
I destroy.
He doesn't
So-
craft.
No, I do not craft at this point.
I mean, the water came from him, right? So
Maybe he actually fills the bottles up then.
Sure, I can do that. Me and my big old freaking hands trying to hold these bottles. Like, I hope I don't break it.
please
Don't
break it.
squeeze bottle, don't break bottle. Okay, so you carry the bottles, you fill it. So you go through all the steps, and you have some pretty cool looking bottles and everything. They look nice. You probably actually do like a web stopper seal over the top of the 2 of them, so they're sealed water with inside there. When you look at the water, you know what, like face makeup, like powder makeup. When you get that in water and you spin it around, it kind of like makes the water sparkle. That's what you see inside this water. It's pure water, completely clean, but there is this slight little sparkle to the water when you move it. So,
Sweet.
and there's nothing that it's not like it's like slowly settling down. It's got a sparkle to it.
Nice.
So this probably takes a couple hours to go through all this. We're looking at around 11 o'clock right now. You guys need to be there around at dawn tomorrow morning.
Who is going to present this
I should be
to
sleeping.
them?
All of us, I thought.
So we are
Yeah.
all going to approach them and all speak the same verbiage, or is there going to be one who speaks for us?
Okay. Maybe start
Yeah,
with that question.
He's right. Francis, like, he's right. I ain't talking. It's just Sharon's got me on my wits end right now. I know whatever I say, it's gonna come all out gibber gabber. I don't want to try to talk. So
Before that, aren't we
Um,
supposed to ask them for something as well?
Yeah.
Maybe we should figure that out first before we go to present anything.
I want
We
3
asked
more
them
wishes.
for.
That's what I want. I want 3 more wishes.
I don't think it works
I don't
that
think
way.
that's a good idea.
Oh.
Good try though.
Oh, the genie parable.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See, he knows stuff. So what do you want to get from them? Like, what are you saying?
Um,
I mean,
I don't really need
is
anything.
this
Like,
we're each supposed to ask for a thing,
what was the wording
or I mean,
that they said about where we're going?
I don't remember. If the Galliard's not too drunk, you can ask that narrator Galliard guy. Might ask William. He might know. I don't remember what he said.
I just know we need to take a Fey path. That's all I remember, and that we
I
need to
mean,
give them a gift. But as far as for us, I have no idea.
okay, so you said that we're following a Fey path. What does that mean?
It
Like
sounds
we're
like
just following a.
it
I
sounds
mean,
like they're sending us to an Elysian field or something. Someplace
So then
safe to train.
maybe they can provide us with protection on the way there,
Yeah.
Yeah,
or a guide, or something that can provide some sort of element of just
Lead us.
protection. I guess. I mean, lead
Lead
us
us.
there, a guiding light, or something.
yeah,
A blessing. I mean, I don't know.
yeah. I
Something
think
that will help
somebody was
us on our
supposed to be
journey.
coming with us, right?
Yeah, the
I thought somebody was supposed to come with.
the goober fellow.
The bald guy, yeah. I think he was supposed to lead us there. But I think that whole protection, like you're saying, guide and protection, man, the Umbra was badass enough. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about walking through what's going to be a Fey Umbra, so
So maybe they can
Right.
imbue us with some sort of knowledge or some sort of ability for us to get through that, because I don't know what to expect.
So I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, like, okay,
Um.
do you want like armor or do you want like protection, like you want a thug?
I
'Cause
thought
we got Katamars. We've already got the
Well, to be
biggest.
honest, I don't know what to expect.
I
So
thought
what would
the
they
favor-
recommend?
I thought the favor was just taking us there.
That is
Yeah.
my
Oh,
understanding.
no.
Was there more involved?
Willie! So Francis just yells out. William like looks back at him like, excuse me? He just has this look on his face. He's like, sorry, Big Bill, come here. William just kind of stands up. He walks over. Are you trying to get my attention? Yeah. So can you explain to us what we're supposed to be doing here? So we're giving them water bottles, gonna get hydrated for them, and then we're supposed to. Are they supposed to just take us on this journey, or are we supposed to ask for something else? And he says that he said that William just says the Goober Gehe, I think that's his name, Goober. He said that the journey was part of their scroll, whatever that means. That on top of that, to make the transaction binding, you had to give them something and they had to give you something, so that the transportation is already a done deal. The exchange of gifts is part of making it a binding contract.
So
Is it supposed
then-
to be a physical gift, or can it be? What if we asked him to tell us about this next part of our story?
That might be it. Have
Do
you
you really
seen,
want to know what happens, though? I mean,
have you seen them in their
that could be
true forms?
dangerous.
Anybody here seen them in their true forms?
I would guess I'm not.
They have a different form.
Yes.
No.
So, when you become enchanted, you see their realm is layered on top of our realm. I really can't describe it well. Sean says it's like um, some type of drug trip he was talking about, the way you see two worlds layered on top of each other. They might change color when you look at them in the other world. They might have horns or tails in the other, but the two worlds are on top of each other. Their Fey realm that is on top of ours, you don't see it unless you're enchanted. So that might be something that you ask for, is to be enchanted so you can see their world.
Is that like a
That's a good idea.
persistent thing, or an at will, or like a temporary thing?
It's temporary. They imbue you with their magic, however they do it. I don't know how they do it. And you can either eat it, drink it, or just take it on physically in some way. And once it's inside your system, it stays in your system until it passes out. So, it goes through your system.
So like a few
What
days versus forever.
Right. I mean,
what
they,
about
they did it to me, and I didn't know they were doing it, and that's part of why I kicked them out of the cairn. That when it took me 2 days to pass through and have it wear off.
that sounds trippy.
So this would be something that could help us to be able to get through, because we'd be able to so we want the gift of being able to see what they see, essentially, to help us get through this journey.
Yeah, you might not be able to see the other beings that are there presently unless you're enchanted.
What about
Okay.
can they give us a gift like the spirits do? Is that a thing that they can do?
Oh, teach you to do something?
Yeah, like teach us.
I don't think so. Um, I think their magic is imbued with who they are.
Okay, so it's not something transferable like that.
No, I don't understand. They tried explaining it to me that they have a fey soul and a human soul, the same way that our our attachment to Gaia of being reborn, and like our continued existence of past lives, they seem to have something similar to that.
Well, this enchantment, was it an unpleasant experience?
I didn't like it at all. I saw the trees moving, and I heard trees speaking to me. I could see like a pile of rocks. There'd be a pile of rocks, but there might be 4 or 5 other rocks that are just kind of like they'd wake up and walk off.
It does sound trippy.
So it was very uncomfortable for me. When they did it to Sean, he said it was the best thing that he'd ever experienced, and he wanted more.
Well, this is Sean.
Shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it would be necessary for all of us to be enchanted? Maybe just to enchant some of us so that the others can have normal sight and we're not all tripping?
You still have your normal sight. You just see both on top of each other, is all.
This can be
Okay.
confusing, it sounds like.
It is at first. It was, and then you get used to it after a while. But then it's just when rocks speak to you, it's a little different.
But what do they say? This sounds fascinating.
They're not really intelligent, so they didn't have a whole lot to say. Don't pick me, get off me. A lot of that. There was. I mean, it just. I don't know. I would recommend that. That's something they could do for you. He looks to Catamaras. He's like, I would say it as in like for combat, you if some of you can see the invisible thing and some of you can't, it would be very hard to fight it. So I would recommend all of you do it, or like you're saying, maybe one or two don't do it. I don't know. I mean, but I think that could be a gift that they can give to you, unless you're asking specifically for a protector to come along with you. They could provide a protector that stays with you.
I mean, I don't know what to expect either way, to be honest. Either a mind trip or a physical trip. So, I I'm open to either one. It would definitely be an experience.
Yeah, I guess I'm open to either, but it sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
just,
at least some of us should
I'll let
have
Sean contact you because he can give you his input on it too.
this enchantment in order to be able to get through this.
What was that? He turns around. He's like, what was that?
So I said that I think at least some of us should ask for the enchantment, or ask for at least some of us to be enchanted, to make sure that we can see everything that we need to see along this path. If it's disorienting, it might be difficult if all of us were going through it at the same time, but it's, if it's important to make sure that we all can see things that are important and we don't miss anything and it keeps us safe, then maybe we should all do it.
He's like, I'll be back. Oh, well, I'll get Sean to come back. So he wanders off. He'll let you talk. So he just walks off at that point. You guys are probably talking and everything. About 10 minutes later, Sean comes walking up and he's just drunk. He's barely able to walk, and he's like, "So, what are you gonna do? Are y'all gonna be like Dorothy and go down the Yellow Brick Road and stuff with them? Is that what's happening? But is that what I understand?"
Looks like you're already down the yellow brick road, my friend.
I would like to come down the Yellow Brick Road with you guys, but I can tell you this: according to them, don't step off the Yellow Brick Road. Bad shit happens.
Oh,
So
well, that's good to know. So,
Like what?
I don't know. I can tell you though. Have you ever eaten a mushroom?
no.
Oh,
Like in stir fry?
Sure. Have you ever had a mushroom eat you? It's kind of crazy. Stuff happens out there. But it's really, really good. I mean, I didn't know colors could drip. I saw that for the first time when I took their stuff. Um, Big Blue, that dude, when he's regular normal, and he was a normal person, he was big. Like he was, I don't know, like William over there. He was like 6 foot something. Like Catamaris, he was big. But when I took that stuff, when I ate their stuff, he was no joke, like 8 feet, and he had like these horns, and he was a big guy. He was nice though. He was really nice. So but I don't remember his name. I just called him Big Blue. Um, but I didn't go. I didn't go on the trip. I didn't go with them. But they did tell me about stay on the Yellow Brick Road wherever you're going.
Don't stray off the path, or you're gonna be screwed.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm really tired. Can I go lay down if you guys need something else? I do recommend.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay, I gotta sit down before I fall down, if you know what I mean. So he's like, all right, hey, Kagami, right?
Yeah.
When all this is said and done, you're cool as shit. I want to talk to you some more later, okay?
All right. Sure. Sleep somewhere safe. All right.
I will. Hey, I know my bags kind of freaked you out. I get it. Hey, I like to make those things. You looked at it like I was trying to hand you a piece of shit. That's okay.
No, it's a hair thing. It's not you. It's not your craft. It's a hair thing.
Okay, I can appreciate that. That's okay. So I'm not gonna make you a hair bag. I was gonna,
No.
but
I
you look
appreciate the thought,
okay.
but that's okay.
All right. Hey, all of y'all guys, it was great having you here. I this moot thing new to me. I liked it. So if you guys are doing another moot sometime, I will get the kids together and we'll rack it up. Okay.
We'll send you some orders next time.
Yeah. So you didn't like Taco Bell because it's not really Mexican, so it was okay. And you were really confused about Panda Express, girl. We'll get what we can next time. We'll make it happen. I'm gonna stop talking because you're starting to spin, and that can't be you. That's got to be me. So I'm gonna go this way. Bye, everybody. So he wanders off. He's stumbling off. He takes maybe about 10, 15 feet away from you guys and just face plants it. He's just poof. And he's like, "Oh, okay." He's out.
Well, that was a stunning recommendation.
Yeah. So
I
just
do
so
believe
that.
him. Oh, sorry. Go
Same
ahead.
here.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I do believe him when he said don't stray off the path. I think that he's probably right on that. So whatever this path that we're going, that they're gonna lead us to from their own world, we probably should just stay on it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're asking for at least a few of us to be enchanted in the morning, correct?
So we can see what they see, so that we can be prepared.
Okay.
Okay.
I think everybody should go get some rest.
And with that, I'm gonna need to go AFK for like 5 minutes. I need a bathroom break. Sorry.
So let's do everybody for 5 minutes then.
Say, yeah,
Okay.
I kind of already took my bathroom break, but yeah.
I'm gonna get a drink then. I'll be right back. 8:22. Oh goodness. Ah.
Okay, so I guess we'll be right back. Then let me throw up a screen here real quick. We'll be right back, and I'll throw in some music.
I'll go get a snack. Oh, I have popcorn.
For doing the thing.
Not a pop.
Weird looking.
All right, and we are back.
All right.
Ta-da.
Okay, so William walks up to Catamaris and just says, "I have not partaken of anything. Is it going to be you and I exchanging guard duty tonight, or will anybody in your group be doing guard duty tonight?"
I can take a watch.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a blank stare for a second and look around, and because I didn't even think this was our group just yet. I literally just met these people. I suppose that is a good conversation to have with the others to gauge what exactly they can do outside of she who spins webs.
I'm not going with you, and you're leaving. That's why I thought this was now your new group. So, but I mean, I trust you. So, I mean, either we can, she just said that she could take part guard duty. We can split it up 3 ways, or you can talk to your new group and figure out what you're going to do, and we can work from there.
Very well. So I'm just going to stand and look around. New group. Yes, I'm humorless.
Side question. What's the moon like right now?
Oh, I don't remember.
What time of the month is it?
I object. I'm the only guy in the group. Thank you.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I knew somebody was going there.
I can't remember. I think it was a crescent moon, but I can't remember. I think that's what we had said.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember.
I'm not sure it was mentioned. Okay.
Although semi-irrelevant, the original werewolf dice had 10d10 in the tube, and the last d10 was actually an auspex die, or an auspice. So you could roll random faces of the moon.
Cool. I have to look that up.
They were kind of nice. They were brown and brown and silverish.
It's about close to midnight at this point. You got about 6 hours till dawn. If all of you take one shift, you're looking at an hour, less than an hour apiece.
Is there something about ability to do that? Because I thought that there was something with me needing to sleep at night. I don't remember. Does that sound like something that's a thing?
Your tribe.
Don't say it out loud. We're not supposed to know.
No, I'm just saying, doesn't your tribe have to? I think you have to sleep. So like you honestly would probably be exhausted at this point because of how late it is. So
yeah.
So you would be in yawning mode, going, "I'm out. I can't do it."
Yeah. I have to sleep. I'm sorry.
You know, that's okay. I'll do what I can. I mean, if I'm not a fighter, but I know a lot of you are, so I'll just yell.
All right. So 5 of us on shift.
So William comes walking back up. He's like, "All right, how many do we have?"
We have 5.
We have 5. So with me, that's 6. So we can all do.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, what about Francis?
Francis is already sleeping.
Okay, that's a no.
You say, "What about Francis?" So you can see him curled up over on the corner by a rock over there. I mean, you can wake him up, make him do a shift.
So 4 plus William. We'll let him out this one time.
All right. So we have guard duty set up. You actually, it's easy enough. You guys go through these. We wake each other up. Nothing happens for the night. It's close to dawn. William took last shift. He wakes everybody up, and he's like, "There are some things to eat, not a lot, before you go on your journey. If you want to ransack what's here, but if you're supposed to be going to where you're, this new place, you probably should eat and go." So he's like, "Do you need an escort, or you're okay?"
We should be fine.
So Francis is like rubbing his eyes, and he's like, "All right, so who's going? Is it So yeah, it's gonna be me and the girls, and big guy, Cat Morris, right? Yeah, you're gonna come.
Yes, we're all going.
But is anybody else, like the stoner's not coming in, is he?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, I'm good. Stretch. Let's walk. Montana, you leading? Yevo? I mean, what are we doing here?
I mean, sure.
So you're walking through the forest. Remember, it's the biggest tree in the forest. Remember that the trunk of the tree was close to 9 feet wide. It stands out I mean, every other tree, it's like about a foot, 2 feet wide. This is just this giant monstrosity as you get close to it. Even Katamari, so this is impressive, the size of this tree. You guys walk up and you're at the base of the tree. On the way there, do you discuss about what are we supposed to do? Because they just said meet us at the Motley.
Should we knock?
Who is the speaker of the group? Who does well in social situations?
Don't worry, we'll communicate on your behalf. She's just gonna look at Katamaris. Like, it's okay. I'll take care of it.
Yeah. I think
So did you know what
I'm comfortable
did you know what I
speaking, but
was
I
going
think
to
Montana
suggest?
has done well speaking for us.
Do you
Sorry,
know
what?
what I was going to suggest?
No, go ahead and suggest.
Thank you. I was going to suggest that the gift that is being offered, rather than just a bottle with water, symbolizes both the Weaver and the Wild.
That's a good point.
That's quite.
So you guys,
However, you
get
wish to
it?
make that flowery, please do so.
There you go. You've dropped those seeds of thought in your head. You guys are getting close to the tree. The tree's right there. You're standing under the tree now at this point, finishing this conversation up, and you're like, should we knock? And then overhead, you can hear some rustling overhead. And then the platform member is about 15 feet up, but you hear some rustling overhead. So anybody who hasn't been here before, you look up and all you see roll perception and I think it's alertness. Yeah, perception alertness. Everybody go ahead and roll that. Difficulty is 7.
Just 2.
Cool.
I got
4. 2, 2, 4, 2,
3.
and 3. Everybody sees it then. You guys, Brittany had pointed out that it's kind of like Swiss Family Robinson last time, that the way the platform is up there. So that's what you see, 15 feet up, a platform up there. So it's completely out of place in the forest, but it is hidden within the canopy of the trees. So you normally wouldn't see this, but you're dead center underneath it. You hear the noise, you look up, and there it is. So you remember that the tree had natural handhold. There was no cutting into the tree. It was grown to make its own handhold in the tree.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Do you wait here or do you start climbing up or what do we do?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of rude to just climb up. Maybe we should knock.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna just go
I
up to
was
the
thinking
trunk.
the
I'm
same
gonna
thing.
knock. Yeah.
Gonna knock on the tree. Knock, 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 knock.
Pardon me, we're here.
You see Sharon stick her head through the floor. Remember, it's intangible. So she passes her head through. So if you haven't experienced this before, it's just head now just sticking out of the wood. And she just sticks her head out. She looks at all of you, looks around and says, and pops back up again.
Wait, I'm sorry, you broke up as you were talking. What did she say?
So she's like, no,
Nobody's home.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's here.
You can hear some rustling upstairs. And then Terrence sticks his head out and says, it's okay. Come on up. It's okay. You've been invited from last night. Come on up.
Okay, thank you. And being that I'm wearing a dress, I'm going to usher everyone else up.
Francis is like, I can go after you. It's okay.
No, Francis, I insist.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right.
I'll lead the way so that they don't feel weird.
Yes.
All right, so as soon as Yeva passes through that, you guys all see her. Like it looks solid. She goes through, and like she's passing through this solid object. It's an illusion, basically. You know? So, you all kind of just follow suit, going up. You get into the room. I think the room was a 15 by 15-foot room. It's just one big square that has a table on one end and the windows that were there. And the windows all opened up into other realms. And it looks like somebody had said it kind of looked like Harry Potter, the way the windows were like maybe showing another scene from a different place. Maybe it's a picture. Nobody actually touched it.
Like Howl's Castle.
Yes. Oh, nice. You guys all get up. At first, everybody's avoiding the hole that you walk through. I'm gonna say we'll say Kagami's the one that steps. So Kagami just kind of steps backwards. Where you should fall through that hole, you're standing on solid wood at this point. So it catches you off guard. You're like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall, and you're standing on solid wood right now.
Doing one of those whole numbers of like, wait, am I still up here? Moments. And then she kind of like tips her toe around it. God, that is so cool. She just kind of jumps up and down a little bit. God, that's nice. Okay. And then she just kind of goes to the side.
They're all at the table and they're drinking tea. The other three of them are drinking tea. And as you're walking up, Terrence is actually walking up, sitting down with them. He's like, welcome, welcome. Have you eaten yet?
Oh, Terrence, thank you so much. We just had breakfast.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's too bad because we were going to have a bacon and eggs. It smells fantastic, by the way. It just really
I
smells
agree.
good.
I get the wasps. It's amazing.
What a shame.
I know.
Are we not supposed to eat from them?
You didn't tell her about it.
Never mind, I'm full.
I've got more.
That's okay. Thank you, though.
Oh, all right. All right.
Perhaps another time.
I'm taking the hint.
Gubergay, he stands up, straightens up his robe, and he's like, well, we are ready to perform the cantrip. The bargaining, what do you bring to us, and what do you ask of us?
Well, we bring to you, and I'm going to go ahead and, am I holding the bottles or who's holding bottles?
Presumably, yeah.
Presumably, I have the bottles, so I'm going to take them out. And Terrence, these are for you all. These are bottles of water from the cairn. We have taken the time to make sure that they're appropriately adorned for wonderful hosts such as yourself. And the decorations do bring you an offering of both the weaver and the wild. In return, a few of us would like to be enchanted so that we can see both realms.
Gubergay, he looks at you, looks at the gift, and he said, this gift is more than sufficient. This comes from all of you. You all took part?
Yes, everyone took part.
Yes.
So in order for the cantrip I'm going to cast can take anywhere from instantaneous to several hours to cast it. If all of you are enchanted, it's instantaneous. He points to Heath, and he stands up. Those of you who haven't seen him before, he's really gothic and everything like that. So he stands up.
He was at the party.
Oh, that's right. You've all seen him already. Sorry. He holds out in his hand. He has 6 rings. Montana, you recognize the rings are made out of web. It's like
Oh.
web that's mixed with like maybe like twig or something, like not twig, but twine. So it's twine and web that makes all these rings. So and he has 6 rings in his hand. And he said, and he walks up to Montana and he whispers in your ear, and he's just like, he goes, "Those bottles, that's from you, isn't it?
Mhm.
I mean, what's binding the bottles is from you.
It is.
I knew. Tell the others, these rings are enchanted. We have all put glamour within the rings. The glamour will last for 2 days. You can take the ring on and off as you see fit."
Thank you so much.
This
We
is your
greatly
first time. This is your first time with this magic. I understand. So I thought that this might be easier on you than imbuing it and having no control. So, but if you have the ring, it's something that you can control. So these are our gifts to you. We have all placed glamour within the rings that are.
And these rings don't last more than 2 days.
No, the glamour within the ring will only last 2 days.
Thank you.
So, and he whispers all that to you. So, so you see, he's all whispering in her ear and everything like that. Then he backs up and hands her the 6 rings.
So I'm going to take the rings and I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to reiterate this information and make sure everyone obtains it.
So I don't know if he said to her, so we're talking they are good for 24 hours, not 48 hours, not 48 hours of wear. So if I took it off, does that reduce, does that count towards my 2 days?
Who we lose?
We lost Miss
And
Tipper.
we lost
She's
her.
coming back.
That sounded like to me.
Terrence says that is a fantastic question. They're good for 48 hours from imbuement. So we placed our glamour within them an hour before you came here. So 48 hours from an hour ago, the magic will have dissipated. So it's not like a flashlight you turn on and off where the battery lasts. They're just always on per se for the next 48 hours.
This is very exciting. Does she pass out the rings?
No, she's just holding her hand out like this and just explaining it to you guys. So
Kagami's gonna come up and just kind of pluck one from her hand.
Yep. I'm going to take one and put it on right away.
Yep,
I'm just going
same.
to put my hand out. Yeah. So I'm going to ask them, should I put it on now?
okay, so you say do I put it on, but Yeva and Kagami actually just slip the ring on right away, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeva and Kagami's eyes they're cute. They have if you look over the both ladies, they have no pupils. It's just solid black in their eyes. They're just looking around the room. You guys, the room was a 15-foot square that you were standing in. When you look at it now, and it was a 12-foot ceiling that you had in here. How tall are you, Kagami? Katamaris?
Yeah. I think. Hold on one second. I've got it on my sheet. I'm pretty sure. Did I write that down? I swore I did. Yes, I did not. But
So with your words and everything,
I'm actually.
Well, no, you're in human form right now. Sorry.
Well, yeah, no, I'm in human form, but I'm almost like 7 feet.
Okay, you're fine. Okay, so you put the rings on. The ceiling was 12 feet, but now that the rings are on, there is no ceiling. You're looking at clouds above, and there's um, there's birds. You can see the birds flying above through the trees and everything like that. And then you also see like really weird trees, like Kagami. These are trees that these are birds out of anime. Like every anime you can think of, any cute bird of any anime you can think of, they're there. They're flying around. They're just the things of dreams. They're just flying around. Um, the Yeva, for you, it's almost sickeningly sweet. You know, like to see all these colors, and it's like this is really cool, but oh my gosh, you're overwhelmed with how cool like the colors are and everything. The pictures that were, I'm sorry, the windows that were on the wall could almost have been pictures before, but now you can definitely see through those windows. It's a whole nother realm. It's truly another realm through each one of those windows now. Um, uh, each one of them looks different now. Goober Gay is his face. He's taller and thinner. He was only about 5'9" before, but now he looks closer to 6 feet. And his robes seem almost alive. Think Doctor Strange. The way his robes are kind of moving on his own around him at this point. The puka, her face has got like a rat-like nose. She's got, you can see whiskers. So she's like half human, half rat now. You can see her tail and everything. The Slua looks darker than before, like almost like haunted house kind of, like his face is all sunken in. He looks like right out of like a bad horror movie, the way how his face and everything looks. And the Boggins is even shorter than he was before. He was around 3 feet. He's closer to 2.5 feet at this point. He only lasts about 6 inches. He had a small pipe, but now the pipe that he has in his hand is almost like a Gandalf kind of pipe. This thing is huge. His hair was a little bit unkempt, but now it looks like Albert Einstein unkempt. It's everywhere, you know. So everything is enhanced. It's like as far as things go. Jen, you're like, should I put this ring on now? And you can see the girls like looking around the room, looking up, doing all this stuff. So Montana, you see the same thing. Catamaris, you and Francis are the last ones to take rings from her. Like okay. Francis is like, they're tripping. He's taking the ring from you, going, is it going to be okay?
I would imagine so.
Are you okay, Yeva?
Wow, this is nuts. It's like I can smell these colors.
That's a really good description. It's a really good description.
I'm probably walking around like this. Like when you get a new prescription of glasses and you're like, what are my eyes doing? I'm going to look out the windows.
You're looking around.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask, can you maybe give us some direction on how we control this double vision?
You just
that's right. We're not looking at the.
You're seeing both at the same time. You
yeah.
also see. So it's just you see both realms on top of each other. You also
so like 3D glasses.
Yes, 3D glasses. That's a great way of saying it. You put those 3D glasses on, you can see both at the same time. In the northeast corner where the two walls meet, in the real world, it's just a corner. But in the Fey realm, it looks like a turnstile, like it can actually turn around, like a door, like so like when you go into some places that will turn just at a 90-degree angle. So each time it turns, it will so it actually looks like a turnstile in the corner over there. Francis is like, all right, I'm game. He puts his on and he actually falls backwards and he's like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. man. And so if you don't have the glass, if you have not put the rings on, it looks like he's reaching for nothing. Whereas the girls can see him reaching for the chimera birds that are flying by. So he's like, oh, it's right there.
Has he seen Sharon yet?
Oh, he's seeing everything. He's looking at Sharon and he's like, I knew you weren't a ratkin. She's like, I am so a ratkin. He's like,
So I'm still feeling nervous about this, but I'm like, nobody's answered me right about like, any advice?
Terrence just says to you,
I don't like.
You should put it on. We have one final guest coming with us, and it would be best to see him in his true form before, so you can. It's just best. So I would recommend
Okay, I'll put it on.
But keep your eyes closed.
So I put it on, but I'm curious. Like, I want to see what I looked like to them. So I'm gonna like look at me and see if I like, everything else looks different. But does my group look?
Nope.
Like, do we look different because we look different to them, or we look like normal?
You have minor cat-like features, minor bird-like features. It's not like when you're looking at Sharon when she has highly articulated. It's really a rat nose with the whiskers and everything. But there are some little features that you could see that could make you a little bit more cat-like. But it's not like you're standing out as, half person, half cat. But you do have little features that stand out. You definitely notice it. And since you know what everybody is, you're definitely noticing that.
What if we shifted? I mean, would it be impolite to shift in here?
You could ask.
Not it. I feel like that would be rude.
Yours on yet in Montana?
Yeah, I have mine on.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna turn to them and say, is this what we look like to you all the time?
Yes.
What if we're in our other forms? What would you see? Would that be different?
A little bit. It's more like Gubrier, he's the one speaking right now. In your pure cat form, you might have a little bit of human characteristics to that. I've never seen aware creatures battle form, so I don't know what that would look like.
Would you like to?
Why don't we bring our last guest in before you go? Because I think he should probably see you in this form.
And perhaps you're right. Perhaps that would be a bit alarming.
So I would like to see that. For the record, that would be something I would really appreciate seeing. But I think we probably should bring our last guest in first. He walks over to the corner of the room where the turnstile is. He's like, I'll be right back. Everybody make yourself at home. I just need to see what's taking Donald so long. So he walks the turnstile turns, and he's no longer there. And then, so you guys got anything, like looking around the room, still catching that chimera and that kind of thing?
I'm just
What is the
patiently
turnstile? Kigami's like, oh, that's what that thing does.
What does the floor look like? The hole.
It's very natural. Before it looked like planks, but now it actually looks like more wood that's grown, like limbs that have all grown next to each other. So it just looks a lot more natural than it did before.
Can we tell where the exit is down to the?
Yeah, you can really see it here. You can really truly see where that exit is. But it's not. It's because the wood that's there looks fresher, more alive. Like the rest of the wood looks like it's not going to move, but this wood looks like it's more fresh. Like the bark on it looks fresher, that kind of thing, more new.
So I bet this actually moves. I bet the wood actually moves to let people out.
Terrence is like, it does. That's a very good observation.
This is cool. Thank you for showing us your home.
Absolutely. This is, I mean, it'll make the cantrip go easier since you've been enchanted on this level. The turnstile turns. Goober Gay comes walking out and just says, Donald apologizes. He'll be out in just a moment. He's preparing himself, he said. So how are we adapting? Is everybody doing okay? He's looking at the group. You're all just kind of staring at him.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, Jen is not a fan of things that are too wacky. Like, Jen does not want to drink to excess. Like that's not her. So I'm kind of like, that's why I asked about what I look like, because I'm like, I'm trying to get something that it's like is normal kind of to me, as like, okay, this is all wacky, but this is still okay, mostly just to try to keep my bearings kind of yeah. So doing
Like her
my best to
agitation.
adjust, but
Yeah, I can see the apprehension on her face. Like I've been around her enough, I feel like that I could probably see it. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So she's gonna stand next to her and kind of put her hand on her arm, and just like calmly say, "It's okay. Just pick one thing and concentrate on that, and that'll help separate them. Hopefully."
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go look at their breakfast.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to like the group looks pretty much like the group, so I'm gonna try to focus on us.
All right. Their breakfast is just their breakfast, but the meat is a little thicker. The eggs are probably a little more spicy. That looks like that kind of thing. Just add enhancement to it, but it's definitely really tasty looking. Corner of the room, I'll give it to all of you guys. You all start. You see the turnstile in the corner start to turn slowly, and then you see like a big hand. It's a big blue hand comes out of the door. And it's grabbing the turnstile to walk through, and this is big guy. He's like 10.5 feet. He's imagine the Rock but blue at 10.5 feet. He's got, let me give you, here's a really good picture of him. I'm not sure. There we go.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
I heard that, huh?
Kind of Drax looking, but blue.
Roll.
Very, very Drax
Oh,
type.
indeed, yes. So he
Takes
comes.
a step back involuntarily.
He's got a big old maul in his hand, and he's got the big boots and everything. And he's got, he has horns, but they just kind of go back a little bit, only like a couple inches. That he sees Kagami step backwards. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you okay?
First, she's taken aback by the fact that how intimidating he is. He just asked if she was okay. She steps back forward. Sorry, I was not expecting. She just kind of looks him up and down like this.
I'm sorry. No, I know. That's
No offense.
No, it's okay. That's why I thought it would be better for you to be enchanted first before I came in. That was my suggestion with Terrence. I'm so glad that everybody did that. You guys look so incredible. He looks over at Terrence. He's like, you didn't do them justice. Oh my gosh. Okay, if you don't mind, can I guess? Can I guess? Is it right? So points at Jen. He's like, I'm pretty sure cat, right? Yeah. I don't mean to offend you. Is that okay?
What kind?
Lion?
Yeah. Do you know
Yes.
what kind? Mm-mm.
What kind of lion?
No.
No, I don't know.
No, not lion.
Can you tell me? Or I have to guess. I'm going to be here a long time if I try to guess.
Tiger.
Oh,
Tiger.
okay. All right. So you're a tiger. That's really neat. Okay. So we got to have another cat over here. Are you a panther? Oh, that's so neat. Okay. So now, Heath, you had to know her from before. He's pointing at Montana. He's like, you had to know her from before. Tell me, it's got to be right. You knew her. You guys, you guys got the little face thing going on. Is that so? Can I say what you are? Is that all right? Can I say it? Because Heath got mad when I talked about his stuff before. But it's okay if I say it, right? Because I thinking you're a spider. Is that right? Oh, 3 for 3.
Good guess.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you're a crow. I met Sean. And he was I'm gonna say it wrong. Uh, it's not a corgi. It's
Corgi.
what? I'm sorry. I know you're a crow. I remember that part.
Corax.
Corax. I don't know what the rest of you guys are, but I do remember Sean said that Corax. That's right. You're right. Thank you. Thanks for not tricking me. Thank you. Okay. Now you're a rat, aren't you? And Francis is like, who the fuck are you so tall? Really? Yeah, I'm a rat. He's like, oh, watch the language, little guy. There are ladies present. You need to watch that mouth.
Oh.
And he's like, watch my fucking. He's like, oh, no. Watch your language, or I'm gonna wash your mouth out with soap.
Funny. Kigami like kind of elbows Jen like, what?
And then he looks at you. He looks at Kagami. I'm sorry, Kanamaris, and he's like, "You're not supposed to exist. You're
gonna look myself over.
That's rude.
Well, no, I'm sorry, but like Minotaurs are gone for a long time. So, but you're not.
Says who?
Says, well, okay, I'm wrong. I can be wrong. I apologize. He bows even. He's like, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Well, it's didn't want to get off on the wrong foot, but hey, it's great that you're here. You're like, so when you change forms, are you as big as me or bigger?
Bigger.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. This is going to be fun. This is going to be so much fun.
You must be the big blue that Sean mentioned.
I don't like that name. He uses that all the time. My name's Donald. It's nice to meet all of you. I do like Donnie, if you want to call me Donnie.
All right, Donnie.
That's thank you. Big old smile. My full name is Donald Anderson. But nobody calls me Donald Anderson. Gubergay, he's like, I have called you Donald Anderson since I first met you. He's like, I'm sorry, Gubergay. Yes. Since we first met, you are the only one that called me by my full name, except for my teachers when I was younger. But anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go off on a tangent. So, I understand somebody that I was listening. I'm sorry, I'm not letting you know I was listening. Somebody said they were going to change to the battle form. I would really, really like to see that, if that's okay.
In here, or is there a better time to do that?
You can do it right here. He looks at Gubergay. He's like, unless your form is bigger than the room, I change, and you can control yourself when you're in your form, correct?
You can what?
You can
What-
control yourself when you're in the
of
form. It's
course.
not like you're losing form.
No.
And he looks at Goobergay. He's like, she's not going to Hulk out. She's not going to turn into the Hulk and just start doing crazy stuff. Come on. So you're the one that's going to change. So you're the Panther. So, I got to see this. So can you do it now? Do you need to like eat something or a stretch or something?
No, I can do it now. Now I'm getting performance anxiety. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna have to undress though. I'm not even gonna mention that. I'm just gonna do it. And
You start taking your clothes off. He's like,
Yep.
"Oh, wait a hold on. What are you doing? Why are you getting naked all of a sudden?"
I'm gonna hand my clothes to Montana.
I'll
And
take
then-
him and I'll just kind of like
Yep.
position my body so that Donnie doesn't isn't too like shy.
He's like, "She's getting naked." Like not talking to anybody in specific. He's just like, "She's getting naked." What? Well, I guess.
Okay, let's
If
see
she-
what I have to roll.
Hold on, Hulk like
Yeva.
bust clothes.
Yeah, but Donnie may be a juvenile.
What I'm all right. My apologies.
It's okay. It's all right. Are you done yet?
Okay, so it says difficulty 6. So I have to roll what, rage? Right?
No,
How do I
it's,
change it
it's
again?
your it's primal
Primal
urge and something else. I
I don't
looked
know
it up
how to
last time. I
change.
apologize.
Look it up for me.
I think it might be primal urge and rage.
Let's see. No, it's suffocation.
I wonder if I wrote it down somewhere.
Do we need to roll for something?
No, I'm going to change. So
You know it's primal urge, but I think it's primal
Stamina
urge.
and primal urge.
Is it?
You can spend a rage point. I wouldn't advise doing that right now. But if you're just trying to do it normally, it's stamina and primal urge.
okay.
Stamina and primal urge.
All right, we'll give it a try.
All right.
And that is 0 successes.
All right. So you don't change. And he's like, Are you done yet? Can I look?
Um,
This happens sometimes. It's no big deal. Can I just roll again?
Yeah.
you can do it. Kigami's like, come
Okay,
on.
that's 3 successes.
Okay, so 3 successes?
Yeah.
The number of successes is supposed to be how long or what forms you go into, but I'm just going to say, just for the speed of what's going on, you slowly go into your form. So like it's not instantaneous, but you slowly go into your form. And then once you're in this form, remember you can't speak in full sentences. You can use like one word guttural words at that point.
Oh yeah. Okay. Done.
He turns around. He's like, "Oh, you look so cool."
I'm gonna
Oh,
just like flex a little bit and kind of like do a stretch or something. I don't know.
So you actually look a little larger than you normally look. Like you guys have seen her change form. She looks a little larger than she normally looks at this point. And her
Showing up.
fur is actually like like a black cat has that, like that's a well-fed black cat. It's got that sheen to it.
Mhm.
That's how your fur looks. Like you're like really healthy fur right now is what you've got on you. You look, you are Krynos. You do look scary, but you're like beautiful scary at this point. So it's just, so you're standing there, you're like, I look good. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do some like cat groomy thing
okay.
just out of impulse because like I'm like that.
And Goober Gay just says, I thank you very much for the honor of your transformation. It will make it easier if you revert to your human form. I'm not sure which is your normal form, but if you revert back to your human form, so I can perform the cantrip now to get us to our next location, since we are all here.
All right. Then I'll start changing back, and I don't have to roll for that, right? Because it's
I mean, you should, but we're fine. One of the things, okay, now that Katamaris said that he may be a minor, you're looking at Donnie at this point. Donnie is 10.5 feet tall in blue form,
Mhm.
but in human form, he's about 7 feet tall. So
oh, did I have to take off the ring to change?
the ring changed with your size.
Oh,
It adapted, so it didn't bust off. It actually like Lord of the Rings kind of thing. When your finger went large, it went large too.
I didn't even
Nice.
think about that. Awesome.
So it like when you go to cat paw, it like just kind of shrinks down around your cat paw, that kind of thing. So when you go back out, it's back to where it's supposed to be.
Hmm.
But looking at Donnie is almost 7 feet, so he's a good 3.5 feet taller in the blue form than he is in his human form, and he does look young, like 17, 18. I mean, he looks young. So
All right, then
think-
when I get more human-like, I'm gonna use Montana again as a shield.
So once you start changing back to human, and you see like he's all in, like, oh my gosh, you're just and he looks away again. He's like, okay, let me know when you're ready to talk again. You know.
You know, Brittany, corrupting minors. Well, then I'll get changed again.
All right, so you get changed, you get dressed, and Group Gay, he's like, I think the exchange has been made. The last thing I ask of each of you to make this, I can make this spell instantaneous if I can get 3 strands of hair from each of you. Because it's something that's part of you. It will dissolve in the casting. So you don't need to worry about me having an essence of you. It will turn to ash in the casting.
Tommy shrugs and like, yeah, I know what, I shed enough. So
Twirl
she
my
takes off her
finger,
cardigan
Brink, and then
and just literally picks up her cardigan and just be like,
Oh my God, there we go.
you here, you here, you here.
All right, easy enough.
I hand over my hair.
Francis is looking at all of you guys, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't think you guys will take it as funny." So he had his hand in his pants. He's like, "I don't think you'll take it as funny." And so he pulls his hand out and he pulls out a couple hairs out of his head. So everybody kind of handing the hair over that point. Donnie does the same thing. Donnie hands 3 hairs to him too. And Gubige, he says, he's like, all right. So he starts doing like this. It almost looks like the Native American like the rain dance. He's like kind of dancing around you guys in a circle around you and everything. And he says, I need all of you to get as close as possible to try to like hug like your lovers. I mean, get as close as possible. All 7 of you. And
She
so
puts her arm around Jen and just like tells people to hug it in.
Yeah.
Francis comes up to Montana like inappropriately close, and he's like, all right, I guess if we gotta.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
compliment
just-
that and just bear hug everybody then. So that way his like all suave move is just crunch.
And Donnie's like, okay, I just met you guys. I'm sorry.
Bring it in, Donnie.
It's okay if I like hug you guys. That's all right.
Sorry about the earlier.
No, there's nothing to be sorry about. Absolutely. I just didn't know that you had to get naked. You're really pretty, by the way. So like, yeah, so we can, it's okay if I hug you guys. I don't, just where I'm putting my hands, and I don't want to touch anything I'm not supposed to and all that. So I'm just coming in. So like Calamaris is on one side, And then so Donnie comes on the other side. So like they're like the whole group's in between the two of them with their big old arms around the whole group. He's dancing around you in this Native American kind of dance kind of thing. He's speaking in a language that probably Egyptian. And reaches into his bag and he's pulling out different sands and he's pouring like colored sands around your feet. And like occasionally he will throw them at your feet. And he'll turn to you guys every now and then and just say, stay still until I say jump. I need you to jump at the same time though. And I'll say 3, 2, 1, jump. When I say jump, you jump. So it's 3, 2, 1, and you all jump. Does everybody understand? And he's at the same time that he's saying this, he's throwing the sand at your feet, different colored sand, going around quicker and quicker. And it almost seems like he's running as fast as he's going at this point. So he's just running around you at this point. You feel the magic energy. You can feel your hair standing on end. You feel energized. And the room itself seems to start to warp. Like the walls are moving. It's like
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka. Yeah, there you go. But the walls are warping like you guys are like transdimensionally moving between spaces at this point. You see another area that's almost pitch dark. It's a large room. It's almost completely black. There's dim lighting in here, and it goes back to the cabin, and then back to that room with dim lighting in there. Inside that room, there's probably about 10 people in the room standing around in a large circle. They're standing around. They come closer, so they're standing in a big circle around you. Nothing threatening about them. They just are coming close to you. You go back to the cabin. You come back again. And Terrence just says, "It was nice to meet you." And then the cabin itself is gone. You're standing now in a room that's about 25 feet tall. The room goes about 40 feet in all directions, very dimly lit. And you start to pass out. Every roll, just pure stamina. Difficulty's 10.
Oh.
You're at that.
So just stamina. So
You
just
said
4?
difficulty what?
10.
10.
Difficulty 10, stamina.
Difficulty 10.
Yep.
Yep. Nada.
Ha!
Well,
Oh,
I
dang
got
it.
one
Okay, wait.
10, but I have a specialty for
You're gonna have
stamina.
to help me with this, Jerome.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I didn't get 10. So never mind.
As do I. So
Yeah.
I got 2 10s, but I got a 1. So that only counts as 1 10.
Mm-hmm.
But
you still get
because
to reroll.
of the 10s, I get to re-roll 1
Mm-hmm.
or 2.
Yeah, you still get to reroll
Re-roll
the 1
when I got 2 of them. Get to re-roll 1.
If you have 4 or more in that
Stamina.
attribute.
Yeah.
I dropped it, but I'll go ahead and count it. So counts as 1 then.
Okay.
Cool.
I got a botch.
Nice.
Because
All right. The man behind the curtain says, "How many successes do we have?"
1.
1.
None.
Okay, none. Okay, so we have
I had Jerome help me out. I had 2, but I had a 1, so that negated 1. And when I re-rolled, that one wasn't. So just one of them counts.
okay,
Yeah.
so you got 1
You
success.
said-
Kagami has 1 success. Montana
1.
1, and then Yeva and Kanemaru
You have a
0.
botch.
I got a botch.
You botched, okay, and Francis also. Francis has 0. So, Francis collapses against Montana, and like you can feel him like sliding down as he's out. Yeva, you start to pass out, but you can feel like everything that you ate, like you feel like you're gonna projectile vomit over everybody. And remember, everybody's being hugged close at this point. So you feel like you're just gonna throw completely up all over Montana's face at this point.
Oh no, please don't.
Catamaris is out. He's on the outside, and when you start to go out, like you can all feel Catamaris's arms start to slowly fall off. Donnie is stable. He's completely stable. Then Montana, Kagami, and Jen, you're still weak need. You got 1 success. So I need the 3 of you again. Stamina difficulty 10. Yeva, I need you to roll stamina difficulty 6.
If I'm able to see someone next to me kind of fallen down, can I roll like a strength to try to keep them up to help them?
Yeah.
Okay, just 1 on the.
This time I
stamina.
got no successes, and 2 of them are 1.
That's a
Oh
botch.
no,
That's a botch. Okay.
Okay.
I'm screwed.
I didn't get anything.
And
Okay,
then
zero.
strength, I rolled. Oh, that's a 10. So just 1 and 1. I rolled a 1 for the stamina and 1 for the strength to try to hold someone up because I could feel them falling.
Okay, closest to you probably would have been Francis.
Or Jen, because I was next to
No,
her.
no, Jen. Francis is near Montana.
I'm like,
Sorry.
she grabbed me.
So she grabs you. Okay, so hold on. Let's go backwards a step. Yeva, you have a success. You don't vomit, but you're out. Okay. So now you have 2 botches on you, Stacy. So I need you to roll stamina difficulty 7.
Please don't puke on me.
We're all gonna get real close here.
2 10s and a 1. I do have determined, so I can roll 1 more, right?
Yep. Roll 1 more.
7. Oh, and the other one was a 9. So
You only got 1.
yeah. So
All right. So you also don't vomit
10,
on.
9, and 7. So 3.
You're good. So Kagami, you know
Okay.
she's just about to vomit on you. You're like, here, let me help you. And she's like, oh, and you're like, oh God. But she doesn't vomit, and then she passes out in your arms while you're holding her up there. How many successes did you get on the stamina roll?
1.
1 success. Everybody's out. Donnie is standing straight and tall at this point. He's looking at the group. There's 10 people around you, male and female. They're all wearing karate, like kung fu robes and everything. They all have different weapons, but they don't look threatening. Like they're just holding their weapons of their trade. I need you to roll again. Stamina, difficulty 10.
I got 1
That
again.
was who has to roll it?
The only person
Okay.
still.
Kagami, she keeps
I got
standing
1.
up against her.
I was like,
Actually, hold on. That was a 10, so let me re-roll.
it didn't
So just
look like
1.
anybody was doing it, so I got confused.
I still just got 1.
All right. Where's it at? There she is. Okay. There is a guy looks to be in his 40s. He looks at you. He's Asian. He's looking at you and he's like, impressive. Very, very impressive.
Like, am I
Most-
supposed to pass out?
Most mortals would pass out.
Well, I'm.
Go ahead, roll again.
Yeah, I'll probably pass out this time. Damn. Okay, another 10. So just 1. Jesus, I'm only rolling
That's-
4 dice,
That's
and
that's
they're
fine.
exploding because I have tireless in my stamina as a specialty.
Oh wow. All right. So he's like, yes, look at your friends around you. They have all passed out from the enchantment. I don't understand how you are still awake. It would be very special to train you. I will take you on myself.
Okay.
You look confused, little Sija.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about that. Like, I'm not a fighter.
And in the training that you shall receive, we will see. Roll again.
I got none that time.
So he's like, in the training you shall receive, we shall see what your limits are. But already you have shown yourself to be quite impressive. And that's the last thing you hear, and then you pass out as well.
Oh,
So we'll leave it at that. You guys have all passed out in a new location, surrounded by 10 people. One of them at least Asian.
But none of us threw up.
None of you threw up. This is true.
We're getting real close. Like we've been naked together, we've fought together, we've almost thrown up together.
bond.
Why,
You know, who throws up together stays together. I don't know.
right. Bonding.
So the Romans called peeing on somebody a golden shower. So what do you call it when you vomit on somebody? The vomitorium. I'm like,
Oh,
Technicolor yawn.
technical yawn. All right. Well, with that, let's call it a night because that's a good place to wrap it up for tonight.
the Technicolor yawn.
On the technical yawn.
Alrighty, so then with wrapping that up, we'll be playing again this coming Wednesday. We'll be doing Mass Effect. So hopefully we'll have everybody there. If not, we should have most people there for that. Picking that up then. And then the next game for this is February 22nd.
22nd.
Sound good? Cool.
Yep.
And then the next game after that will be the 19th when we start our week of gaming again, and that'll be Vampire, and then the 20th is Cyberpunk. So cool. All right,
Yes.
well, thanks for those who hung in there and watched. I hope you guys had a good time. We're going to sign off from here, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.